because there's a bunch of jerks, and jerks are going to get what they deserve. But we got FBG Duck's alleged, super alleged, because these boys innocent killers, sentencing set for August and September of 2024. It looks like the court dates, we got them listed there, and the sentencing dates are all in August and September. And
we got the audio here. We're going to play the audio first, and then we're going to let,
react to it.
Did 6 men for the murder of rapper FBG Duck. FBG Duck, whose real name is Carlton Weekly, was shot and killed while shopping in the Gold Coast back in August 2020. Feds tied that shooting to a brutal Southside gang war, stoked in part on social media and through rap diss tracks. Today, Weekly's mother thanked prosecutors for bringing her son's killers to justice.
I just want to thank the United States government for doing a very good job on making sure that these guys would never hurt another mom or another child again.
The defense will likely appeal today's convictions. Sentencing dates are...
So sentencing dates are out. I mean, this is a crazy situation. I mean, this is one of the biggest days in OBlock history. I mean, I guess it's another point on the board.
Allegedly. I said they didn't do it.
You still say they didn't do it?
I'm pretty sure that they saw, what was it, Bugs Bunny, Roger Rabbit, and the Easter Bunny, all with Glock 9s.
Oh, Lord.
But, so they're saying that it was allegedly these guys. We'll see what happens. They got caught as guilty. And
they had a lot of evidence. How do you feel about the evidence? And how do you feel about how allegedly
first,
it went
let me
down?
address Mama Duck, because she's saying, oh, these guys, they'll never be able to hurt another mother because the son and all this crap. And it's like, your son brought this on himself, first of all. He tried to diss everybody in the world. They already killed all his brothers and his cousins, and he was the last one left. And he still wanted to diss. It's like, it sounded like he had a death wish.
You still got Doochie?
It sounded like he wanted to die.
Yeah, FBG Dutchie and
he's special ed. They spare him. He can't even talk correctly.
That's Wooski.
He's a dolphin.
Oh my God!
Those aren't threats. They're already paralyzed.
It's
just like J-Man. The Goofies are no longer on the chopping board.
Okay,
but it's just like Duck was running his mouth too much, and then he wanted to hang out in public. Now, do I think that they should have, that there should have been a better quote unquote game plan? Yes, because that place is super hot. It has all kinds of cameras all over the world. You might have maybe tracked someone, in the moment they get away from the place with the million cameras, maybe something could possibly start at that moment. But
what do you feel about the snitching going on with the females in
it's typical female behavior?
OBlock, because it looks like a lot of this was helpful with the females, because the female allegedly pointed it out.
Are you talking about when you're talking about females? Are you talking about what's the man with the mask?
Trench's News?
Yeah, the biggest female. Trench's News.
No, the actual females.
Trench's
like
News switched.
No,
man, Trench's News. You were a stick-up kid your whole life. You were really about the streets. You moved everywhere because you got kicked out of everywhere you ever lived, and so you lived on both sides of the fence. And then it's like, now when crap hits the fan, you want to turn on someone that you allegedly were with in jail. And so it's like, it's not cool. And it's like, he said he was friends with Duck and all this stuff, but it's like, man, you know what it is. And it's like, it's like you can't act like it's unprovoked. There's been bloodshed, and then you're gonna diss on that bloodshed, and then you're not gonna be a target. It's like, people have to be smarter than that. And Duck was dumb enough to still be in the city like that. I know he didn't want to leave people behind, but you better leave them people behind before you get left behind or get left on the ground. And they made that choice for him when they left him on the ground. The second mistake he was buying Chinese clips off of eBay. What are you doing, Duck? I mean, you need to know better than that. Those clips jam all the time. Also, a death wish. So he just signed too many of his own death wish. I think they should just ruled this situation a suicide by Duck, and then just let these fine young men live their lives. I mean, we had Mr. Smart here that had a promising, music career, and they want to take that away from him. They want to dim this man's light. You know, Muwop's the vet.
They should have used
You
you
know,
as their lawyer.
Muwop did him dirty, and it's hot outside. Who knows what they were talking about at that moment? They can talk about Muwop giving out free ice cream, and now
I
the
thought it was
kids are
because of his
super
shoes.
excited.
Muwop had the shoes on.
And that is the most ridiculous thing. Let me first comment on all the Chicago blogs and Instagrams, how they 100% without a doubt got this wrong, saying that Muwop had custom shoes, Gucci shoes that were painted with Donald Duck getting flashed with the camera to insinuate that he got, laid out. And those were actually official release. They did a Disney collab with Gucci, and those were official shoes that were sold in like Neiman Marcus.
What's
Anyone
that?
can buy them. You can still buy them now. You can find them on eBay. I'm buying a pair tomorrow. And, it's just ridiculous. They try to put that on this man. He didn't make them. Blame Gucci for hating on Duck. Blame Gucci for not being from 63rd. That's just one thing that I don't understand. How they want to blame it on Mr. Smart. And I think they got the wrong Smart. I believe it was Marcus Smart of the Celtics that was actually one of the 5. You need to hit him up. He's been a known snitch and a known hater of OBlock. So, I could believe he tried to set up Muwop, who shares the same name. Because his name is also Marcus Smart. So I think it's just a case of mistaken identity. It is the Boston Celtics player, Marcus Smart, not Muwop from the O.
Okay.
If the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
Okay. So how do you feel about the rest of them? Do you feel like there's going to be better, now that this has gone down on, do you think 63rd is going to have better days now? Is it going to brighten up on 63rd now that,
I mean, it ain't been bright on 63rd for a long time. I mean, since Vaughn got out of jail, they were putting belt to ass for, years. And then Duck popped up and had like one hit song that was like kind of goofy.
Expose him.
And no, it's terrible. And so it's like, the only way that Duck gets views is by mentioning outstanding members from the
you mean
BD
like
faction.
the legend, the Chicago
That was
legends?
him waving the white flag. That was him saying, I'm not that good at rap. I know that my block isn't that strong. I know that L.A. Capone would have been the best rapper ever if he was still here. And no, that doesn't atone for the amount of dissing that he's done. And he also made us all kinds of songs that I don't even mention the names of.
So you don't believe in the push to peace? But FYB?
No, there's no pushing peace, man. There's pushing get out of my way. That's what it is. Stay out my way.
Like 600 Reasons you said?
And there'll be no issues. But if you're in my way, you're going to get run over. And that's just is what it is. You're going to get the hit stick. And so, this looks like it's the end of 63rd. 63rd is, FBG is pretty extinct. Ruga's putting out white flags trying to, have peace treaties and stuff.
You don't know what he want to do.
So, I don't know. He hangs out with Kanye for a little bit and he loses his mind too.
Isn't he ducking the fade from Rico Reckless?
He's also ducking a fade from Rico Reckless. That is true. And also, Dwayne Wade, you just revisited Chicago. You were just on your old block, which is basically 600 territory, and you didn't link up with 600 Breezy. I think 600 Breezy didn't want to link up with him. He's like, you're too zesty, D-Wade. You're lucky we even let you come back on 600. If you didn't have a couple championships, you wouldn't be allowed here.
Disrespectful.
We don't do that zesty stuff. On South Prairie.
Comment below how you feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like some that the Chicago got the wrong people, that it's the real people that got FBG Duck is still out there on the loose and they need to go do their homework and go find these people?
I think they need to do their real homework.
Exactly. And where's the FYBJ, man? Y'all whooping.
Why does C Murder look so sad? He looked like someone stole his honey bun.
Oh Lord, they did.
Well, I think I forget which one was actually he was like roommates in jail with
Vaughn?
No, what's the ski mask dude? Trench's News.
Oh yeah.
So Trench's News didn't understand why he was a part of this when he thought he would be more on Duck's side, but I think that they were just cool because they were bunkmates, not because they were actually same side.
True.
And also, Trench's News didn't really claim his side. He just claimed to be a stick-up kid, and he didn't claim any affiliation. But it's just crazy to be all around that, to have a certain role,
And be a goofy.
morals and code, and then at the end of the day, for them to be like, "You're paying how much?" Now that's a what is it? What's the FBG butter sandwich?
Ooh, FBG butter.
Yeah, what's the snitching sandwich?
Oh,
snitching combo.
Italian beef and cheese.
The Italian beef and Pepsi.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he's like, I'm gonna get a little more than Italian beef and Pepsi on this one.
He
You
got
give me
paid. He
25K.
got paid and he moved, the relocation fee and all that. He gone.
Yeah.
He's still dropping videos on YouTube.
I know. I thought Trench's News was decent because he had like good stories and
Mm-hmm.
he didn't really pick a side, so he just was more about survival, like true survival, kind of staying out of everything. But then just to have him switch up like this and be like, well, I was a super fan of Duck, so I wanted to see him get justice. It's like, man, you were a super fan. You love Chief Keef and Lil Reese and all them and Lil Durk and used to see them all the time. And he's actually, Trench's News was more BD than GD. Because I think whenever they were coming up, he was making Chief Keef and them learn all their paperwork.
Oh
to be
yeah,
true
yeah. He
BDs.
was. I remember
So,
that.
I mean, at the end of the day, how do you get... it's crazy how people really think it's like a black and white BD and GD, but there is a lot of BDs and GDs that are friends and oftentimes family members.
It's true.
It's just kind of a different of opinion almost there. It's almost like politics, you know. You might have a family member that's a Republican or Democrat and think they're goofy, but you still hang out with them on Thanksgiving. It's
True.
just like, oh, that's my goofy GD grandpa, you know. That's how it goes in Chicago.
He's a goofy.
But pray that this gets reversed. I think it was racism, and I think it was mistaken identity.
Racism, mistaken identity.
Racism and
You going for
mistaken
5,000.
identity.
Man, let us know how you feel about this whole topic, this whole situation.
We need Trump to pardon Muwop.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way. Trump pardon Muwop. He'll get all of Chicago's vote.
Facts. But moving on here, man. Looks like